Now we'll use a loop to drag instances of MC Border out of our library at runtime. Now there's a few steps that you have to do to set up in order to drag something out of your library at runtime. And by the way, if you're following along, I'm in generating_instances. That's in the chapter 6 folder. Let's go to our library. Let's right-click or control-click MC Border in the library and select linkage. Then we need to check export for ActionScript. If we don't check this, then we can't access this object with ActionScript. So make sure you check this box. We have communicated to an object with ActionScript before, but that's only after we gave it an instance name. Here, we're going to drag it out of the library at runtime, so we need to check export for ActionScript. The text next to the word class, MC Border, that's the same as our instance name by default. That will be the class name of your movie clip when you call it out of your library at runtime. Click OK. You get a little message from Flash saying that they'll write the class file for you. Click OK. Say thanks. Click on the first keyframe of the Actions layer and open up your Actions panel. Now let's create the for loop. But first, I'm going to type the word var, then a space, and then I'm going to create a variable that's going to hold my border. So type the word border, and this will represent our border. Type a colon. This time you're not going to type a pre-built data type. You're going to type the symbol name that's inside of your library. The same name that we looked at next to class in that menu that just popped up when we selected linkage. So type MC and then a capital B for border. Then type a semicolon. Now go down a few lines and then type for, open parenthesis. Now we'll do the same thing we did in the last movie to create a loop. Type var, space, I, colon, capital N for number, space equals space, 0, semicolon, space, and then I, space, less than, space, 6. That's how many times the code will loop, semicolon, and then a space. Then I'll type I, plus, plus. Then in close parenthesis, go to the next line, open curly brace, X line, close curly brace, up arrow, enter. And now we'll write the code that loops. So now I need to type border, space, equals space, and then I need to create a new instance of the MC Border class. That's the class name of our movie clip. That's what we selected when we chose linkage. It was written in that pop-up window under class. Let's type new, space, MC, and then border with a capital B. Open and close parenthesis, and a semicolon. This will create a new instance of the MC Border symbol that's inside of our library. Let's go to the next line. In order to make an object actually appear on the stage, we need to call something called add child. So type add, and then child with a capital C. This will make our border visible. So type open parenthesis, type border, close parenthesis, and then a semicolon. Now let's test the movie to see what happens. If you look at the top left, the Flash player, you'll see your border. Let's go to Debug, List Objects. Then you can verify that there are 6 instances of your class. Then it tells you the instance name. Flash creates an instance name for each one for you. Instance 2, Instance 4, Instance 6, etc. Let's close the output window, and then close the Flash player window. So now that we know how to bring an instance out of our library at runtime, in the next movie, we'll learn how to place those instances.